Our mission: to provide educational excellence for all. And the vision of Newton County School System is for all students to be well-rounded and prepared for the future. Our Virtual Instructional Program, or VIP, will be offered for the 2021-2022 school year. This program is open for upcoming 3rd through 12th grade students, and students will be able to work independently with teacher support for each grade level. The characteristics of a virtual learner. Students are independent, organized. They have good reading and comprehension skills, excellent time management skills, and they're disciplined or committed to ensuring that they're meeting deadlines and submitting assignments at the appropriate time. Student requirements for success. Commitment to instructional program on a semester basis. We are asking that they commit for 1 semester. Maintain adequate academic progress for each grading period or be on track for graduation at the conclusion of the semester to continue in the fully virtual setting. Follow school communication feeds for updates of school activities. Attend all required support sessions. We are also asking for the individuals or the students to maintain timely progress in courses and meet required deadlines. Yes, students are working independently or self-paced, but they will have targeted progresses, or they will have to actually submit assignments by the deadline. Maintain communication with teachers. Follow all course requirements, including note-taking, studying for tests and quizzes, and following virtual learning rules. Complete all weekly assignments and assessments to meet attendance requirements. Attend our beginning of the year virtual orientation with program staff. Attend virtual meeting with program staff during each 9-week period to discuss progress and to adhere to all academic integrity requirements that are outlined in the Newton County School System Student Handbook. This is a commitment, not only for the students, but for families as well. We're asking for families, again, to commit for a semester, have reliable internet service. Hotspots will not be provided by the district. Attend quarterly conferences, ensure students attend scheduled live sessions and meet weekly attendance requirements. And those sessions those live sessions are on a needed basis. So this would not be a daily, I have to sign in with a teacher like we currently have for our school-based virtual model, but they will have an opportunity to have teacher support on an as-needed basis. Families will serve as a learning coach. It does take a village. We need families to support in ensuring that students are completing assignments and meeting deadlines. And last but not least, from our families, we're asking you to supervise and monitor the progress of students. For our elementary program, we are offering this virtual or self-paced model for students in grades 3 through 5. Currently, the enrollment or registration period time is now. Any students who are wishing to come to Newton County School System or will be joining us for our 2021-2022 school year, they will have an opportunity to register when new student orientation or registration opens this summer. Teachers will have office hours in small group and one-on-one support as needed. Content that will be covered for our elementary school students: ELA, math, science, social studies, PE, music, and art. Our teachers will create modules. So the modules will be in our Canvas platform, which is our learning management platform, and students will be able to go in daily and access their assignments for each content area. If students are having difficulties with any technology, we do have a dedicated technology support person to assist with that. And now for Dr. Warfield with secondary.
Thank you, Dr. Mosley. Good evening. I'm Dr. Nikita Warfield. I'm the Director of Secondary Education. And now I'll just talk to you about the secondary virtual instructional program. It will be offered to grade 6th through 12th grade students. There's open enrollment. Our focus is on ELA, or the classes that they will have will be ELA, math, science, social studies, and select electives. Students will work independently. This is a structured program. It is a prepackaged curriculum, which means there are courses that are offered, but they're limited to our Edgenuity offerings. So there's no outside curriculum that students will receive. There is a dedicated teacher with office hours as well as support, and we will use the Edgenuity and the Canvas platform to access curriculum and supports. We also have a dedicated technology support staff member that will work with students as well as parents. It's important to note that the following courses are not available in the Edgenuity platform. That's STEM, Alanis, ROTC, Newton College and Career Academy courses, band, and some CTAE courses. Adequate academic progress. This is defined as earning at least a standards-based level 2, that's for students that are in grades 3, or at least 70% grade, and that's for students in grades 4 through 12. They have to earn that each 9-week period or as their rolling cumulative total. If a student fails to make adequate academic progress by the end of the 9-week period, the student will be placed on academic probation for the next 9-week grading period. Now, for attendance and participation. Attendance is essential for online academic success. The learner will adhere to timelines for completion of course requirements each week and/or semester. Extensions will not be allowed. Students and the parents or guardians will be asked to attend mandatory virtual conferences and meetings. These requirements may be for orientation as well as goal setting, state pupil accounting requirements, progress monitoring, providing related services, or for standardized testing. Academic benchmarks. Newton County School System is committed to high academic standards and will require virtual students to validate learning by participating in assessments as required by the state of Georgia and the local school system. Students enrolled in the Newton County School System Virtual Instructional Program must complete grade-appropriate state and local assessments. Virtual learners will be notified of those dates as well as the locations for those applicable tests. When permitted to do so, Newton County School System will administer assessments virtually. However, Newton County School System is not allowed to administer state assessments virtually. Parents or guardians will be responsible for ensuring that the students report in person for these state assessments. And our final bullet is that information relative to specific grade level testing will be communicated by your school administration. For any questions about special education services, please contact Mrs. Brooke Ramsey Dial, and her contact information is located on this slide. And I'm going to just pause for a moment in the event that someone needs to get this information. Again, for any questions about special education services, please contact Ms. Brooke Ramsey Dial, and her contact information is listed below. We will continue. Gifted. Elementary students will receive gifted services through independent learning modules supported by a gifted endorsed teacher. Secondary students, that's grades 6 through 12, they will be enrolled in gifted or advanced courses in the Edgenuity platform. For any questions about gifted services, please contact Mrs. Kimberly Wilbur, and her contact information is listed below. And I'll pause for a moment for you to capture her contact information. Again, for any questions about gifted services, please contact Mrs. Kimberly Wilbur, and you see her contact information. We will continue. English learners. Elementary students will be provided Lexia Learning Core 5 to continue to develop their English proficiency. Secondary students, again, grades 6 through 12, will receive instructions in the introductions about translating text, read aloud features, and retaking assessments. If there's any questions regarding English learner services, please contact Mrs. Maria Howell, and you see her contact information listed below. Again, I'll take a moment and pause for you to capture her contact information. Again, for any questions about English learner services, please contact Ms. Maria Howell. Thank you.
So now let's take a look at the registration process. Currently, registration is open for VIP, or our Virtual Instructional Program, and will remain open until April 30th. Students must be enrolled in his or her attendance area or zone school. If you're new to Newton, you will have an opportunity to complete the Newton County registration packet along with the VIP documentation when new student registration opens. We are now conducting our parent informational sessions, and we will have those informational sessions or a recording of them on our website next week. Once you do register, you will have an opportunity, or you will receive an email notification on May 14th. So once you finish your registration process, then we will go in and we will give you a hello, welcome, we've received your information email on May 14th. Our onboarding or orientation process will take place July 23rd through July 30th. This will give our students an opportunity to pick up devices and instructional materials so they can become more familiar with the online courses and expectation. We will also conduct a virtual open house or open houses, as you can see, for the various levels. So you see elementary, it's on July 27th, middle school, July 28th, and high school on July 29th. Registration is taking place now until April 30th. You can click on the link or type the link in below for register. It will take you right to your registration information, or you can visit us at newtoncountyschools.org and click on news information, and that will take you to the online information for registration for our VIP program. I'll pause for a moment so you can capture the information on the screen if you have not had an opportunity to already register.
If you look in the chat area, you will see that I have I've typed in the chat area. If you have any questions at this time, any questions, please click on the Q&A tab at the bottom of your screen so that you can type your questions and submit them to the panel. While you all are doing that, I'm going to address some frequently asked questions that we've received in advance. And so I want to make sure that we review those within this space at this time. What if students have problems logging in? If a student has a problem logging in, please have the student or parent contact the VIP technology specialist, and that information will be shared with you during your orientation period. Is there a semester-long commitment for the self-paced students? And when we say self-paced, it's self-paced, but it's structured self-paced, meaning that there are progress or target points that students must meet during this time while they're taking these classes. So it's very much structured, and there is someone working with them during that time. But yes, however, families can opt out by Monday, July 19th at 9:00 a.m. by contacting their building principal. So there is a semester-long commitment. However, if you would like to opt out, you'd opt out by Monday, July 19th at 9:00 a.m. Will students receive textbooks and other instructional materials? Yes, students will receive, students will be provided textbooks and other instructional resources. Can I work ahead and take classes for next semester or next school year? The answer is in two parts. For elementary, the answer is no. Elementary students will be provided with weekly assignments. Students will work on their own at their own pace on a weekly basis. For secondary students, the answer is no. Students cannot because of how credits for courses are awarded. Students will receive half credits at the end of each semester. Again, we're going to pause for a moment. We ask that you place questions in the Q&A section at the bottom of the screen. This concludes our presentation. However, we're going to take a moment and answer some of your questions, and then we'll have this information posted for you on our website.
Dr. Warfield, I am going to go ahead and answer some of the questions that I see that have already come in. And one of the questions is, can you start for first semester and then determine that you do not want to continue and then opt out at that point in time? We are asking for a semester commitment. So if there really isn't a trial period for you to see if you like it or not, you can make the decision and decide to opt out. And the opt out is July. I believe I'm trying going off top.
19th, I believe.
Thank you, Dr. Warfield. It's July 19th. Another question that came was, will students still be currently enrolled at their home school? And yes, this is a program. So the students are still very much attached to their home school. So if they are already enrolled in Flint Hill, they are still considered technically a Flint Hill student.
There's another question that I see, Dr. Mosley. Will students be able to participate in extracurricular activities such as band, sports, etc.? Yes, again, this is a program, and so they are still connected to their base schools. So any extracurricular activities students are able to participate in.
I do see a question regarding special education. If you have questions about any students that have special needs, we do ask that you contact Ms. Brooke Ramsey Dial. She will be able to give you further assistance because you do need to review, or the IEP team does need to review the IEP to determine the appropriate setting. So that's something that we need you to reach out to Ms. Brooke Ramsey Dial for that information.
If you don't mind, Dr. Mosley, if you could scroll back to that slide in the event that our parent does not have that information and you just referenced Mrs. Dial. Thank you. Okay, I'll answer. Okay, here it is. Thank you so much, Dr. Mosley. Okay, I do see a question also that says, is BIP free or are there fees? And so our virtual instructional program, there's no fee for our virtual instructional program.
I also see some questions regarding some errors that you're receiving when you are registering. So if you would email myself, Dr. Warfield, or Ms. Neely, I'll make sure that you have that information. Then we can troubleshoot the individuals who are having difficulties and have our student services department help with any error messages you're having when you are registering.
Okay, I do see a question that asks if there will be a required start time for the students to get on the computer. There is not a required start time, but there's not a designated time, but there definitely are targets that the students must meet weekly, so that we can support their progress through our program. So there is not a designated time, but they must meet weekly targets. In addition to that, there may be designated times, as we stated in the presentation, for certain meetings and things like that, but you'll have an opportunity to work with your the contact, the teacher connected to your student. You'll have an opportunity to work with them to designate a time that works best for your schedules.
I do see a question regarding live lessons and a teacher on hand. So this is a self-paced model. This is different than what students are experiencing currently when we look at the school-based virtual model. Currently, students are having to, or they're required to log on at a particular time, and the teacher's there giving whole group instruction. Then they might move into small group instruction. Then they go into the next content with a teacher guiding them through the entire school day. This is a self-paced model, meaning students will have to work independently through modules that have been created by teachers. Then if, let's say, a student is struggling in an area, then a teacher will say to the parent and families, on this particular day, I need your child to log on so I can assist them in this with whatever material they're struggling with. That might look like a small group, or it might end up being a one-on-one, but there is not a required daily log on with a teacher. We also will have office hours with teachers, where office hours will be available where families can actually email the actual teacher and get assistance that way as well. So there's not a required log in or start time, end time. That's that flexibility that you have with it being self-paced. I do see a question regarding, are all teachers returning to campus for the 2021-2022 school year? If for some reason a teacher has a concern regarding returning to campus, that's something that they will speak to their building principal and human resources with. But the expectation is that our faculty and staff is in the building next school year to be with our students who are in person, our pre-K through 12th grade students. I see there's a question about 504 plans. That's something that we will have to work through with our student services department to ensure that we're able to meet the needs of our students in the program. So that's something the 504 team will come together at your building school to determine next steps as far as meeting any 504s. I see a question regarding open house dates for students. If you actually go to Newton County Schools website, you will see the calendar for next school year, and the calendar for the 2021-2022 school year details all of the start dates, holidays, when students are off, along with open house. But I will go back to that slide so you can see the registration process when those dates are there. The next question reads, when a student has a question about what they're working on, how do they contact the teacher to help them with that particular question? It would either be email, or there will be like a Zoom link where that actual student can click on that link and access that teacher during those teacher hours. The question I see regarding teachers, the teachers who we will be utilized for the virtual instructional program might not be a teacher from the home school. So if you are choosing to participate in the virtual instructional program, then you will have access to the teachers who are being employed by the virtual instructional program.
Okay, there is a question concerning Newton County and Career Academy students. Will they have this option? And so the Newton College and Career Academy associates will only have the in-person option when attending the academy for next school year. And the reason being is due to that, because a majority of the courses at the Career Academy are CTAE courses. And those courses, along with the STEM Institute courses, are not available in the Edgenuity platform. So Newton County associates must participate in the in-person learning environment. The Career Academy's mission is to continue to embed hands-on, project-based, and student-centered learning, which is limited to any online platform. Therefore, in order for the associates to receive the hands-on practical experiences in CTAE and STEM, they would need to participate in person.
I do see a question regarding where would you pick up your student laptop and instructional materials. At this current time, you will be picking it up at your zone school. If something would change, you will receive an email detailing when and where you should pick up your materials.
And I'm going to ask our final question for the evening that I see on the screen, and is, will this be a semester by semester opt-in? Yes, this will be a semester by semester opt-in. Remember, as shared in the presentation, right now you're opting in. If you would like to opt out, you have until July the 19th to share that information with your school, your building principal, and then they will change your students' learning option to in person. I want to say thank you for your participation this evening, for joining us as we share about our virtual instructional program. Again, registration has begun. That information has been sent out. If you have any questions, or if you experience any challenges with accessing the information or within the platform, please don't hesitate to reach out to Dr. Mosley. And I've had a few emails during this meeting, Dr. Mosley, as well as myself, Dr. Warfield, or Ms. Chandria Neely. And we will be more than happy to assist you. Again, thank you. We will have this information posted so that you can easily refer back to the presentation as you're making this important decision for your students, your children. Again, our mission here in Newton County School System is to provide educational excellence for all students. We thank you for joining us and have a wonderful day.